The Ace Nation wants to know, why, Vince? Why did you react the way you acted last week on Ace Overdrive? Well, because I'm Vince Steele. And if I have an example to make, I will make it. But that's water under the bridge now. I took out my frustrations out on Tiny Johnson. And Dickie Rods. And Nikki Adams. But you know what? Now it's a new year. It's time to start looking at things that are more promising. Just like January 18th at Wallington, New Jersey. Redemption. Oh boy, I have a lot to redeem to myself. As I be a part of the big battle royal. Just a little message to you gentlemen that will be participating in this match. And that is, Vince Steele's going out for the kill. I am going out to throw each and every person who's involved in this match over the top rope. And get the choice. The choice of a lifetime. And that's your choice will be the Ace Diamond Division Championship or the Ace Heavyweight Championship. And you know what? Looking at those choices, those are some very good choices. But when it comes down to it, I'm going to win that Battle Royal January 18th. I'm going to win and go on. Hey, it could be whatever. It could be the Ace Diamond Division Championship or the Ace Heavyweight Championship. Huh. Sure looking good in my court.
And this is the music of the challenge. This is going to be a straight up street fight from the islands of Puerto Rico. It's the music of the challenger, the international ambassador of the Aces, Savio Vega. And he's not alone. Here comes the challenger to the Ace Heavyweight Championship. Can Savio Vega get it done? He's got Mike Morgan at ringside with him. Morgan's fired up. He believes Savio's bringing the belt back home to the Aces.
For months, J.L. Rivera was screaming at the top of his lungs that he wants Savio Vega. Well, be careful what you wish for, because it might come true.
And here comes the champ. Here comes the new Ace Heavyweight Champion. The native of Guayanilla, Puerto Rico, Jorge Luis Rivera. You know, there's this man, Jorge Luis Rivera. He won the Ace Heavyweight title in the first ever steel cage match in Ace history at Crossroads 7. After Mike Morgan screwed him out of a victory earlier on in the contest, Morgan and Moth got their just desserts. Jay Lethal. Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. Forget the formal introductions. This is going to start right now. It's going to be a borderline street fight between these two Puerto Rican legends. You know, Mo Sexton counted the 3 for Jorge Luis Rivera, and I hear the Aces, they repeatedly said these men were screwed. His men was screwed. And tonight, regardless of that, Savio Vega and Rivera going at it. And
The match hasn't even started. This is flat out a Pier 6 Donnybrook.
Deja vu. Rivera wants revenge. He's never forgotten last year. And remember, back in Rise to Power in November, Mikey, these two men were scheduled to have a matchup. But Savio Vega had to stay home in Puerto Rico due to the earthquake. He couldn't make it up.
Savio Vega, one of the top superstars in Puerto Rico. When the earthquake happened off the coast of Puerto Rico, he stayed back to make sure that his people were okay. I don't care what anybody says. A lot of people are like, he's afraid. No, he stayed to take care of his people. That is the mark of a true champion. That's why Savio Vega is going to leave with the belt tonight.
I don't think so. I think in a way, Rivera, I know it took a few months for the people of Puerto Rico to be fine. Good grief from the chop. But Savio Vega, I think, has been ducking Rivera, ducking revenge in the worst possible way, Mikey D.
Don't let him hear you say that. Aces International, Savio Vega is taking the Aces to a new level, and he's going to do so by bringing that belt back down to Puerto Rico.
I mean, they already won the damn Ace tag titles. Mike Lewis screwing the Midnight Sensations out of the belts.
And Mike Morgan, of course, proclaiming Danny Moff is still the champ.
Which is not the case. He doesn't have the title belt. Jorge Luis Rivera has that championship belt. He is the champion. Meanwhile, on the floor, Savio Vega. What's Morgan doing with the referee, Brian Young?
Fans are trying to get Rivera back. Match hasn't even started yet. The men are just now getting in the ring. And there's the bell. This match is officially underway.
But these two men have been brawling for several minutes on the floor. Wait a minute. What is Mike Morgan? Wait a minute. What is Vega having? Is that a chain? He is choking the life out of the Ace Heavyweight Champion.
Mike Morgan, making sure that the ring was secure. All those tag matches, you don't want to displace turnbuckle. He was trying to get referee Brian Young.
Oh, you're so full of it. Mike Morgan wants that belt off his former best friend Rivera in the worst possible way. You know it and I know it. Oh, come on! Vega's got the referee distracted. And Morgan choking the life out of the Ace Heavyweight Champion.
Morgan was just over there giving him words of encouragement. You saw Rivera was getting fired up, kicking his legs on the floor, trying to get fired up.
And I'm not going to take away from the accomplishments of Savio Vega. He's a Puerto Rican legend. He's a former WWF superstar. But he doesn't even take these tactics to wrestle in a contest with the Ace Heavyweight Champion. He has the wealth of experience. And he's displaying a little bit right now, surprisingly, dropping elbows.
Driving the chest and the spine with those repeated elbows and strikes across Rivera, sandwiching in between the strikes and the corner, the edge of the ring, the hardest part, the apron.
This is where Vega loves to thrive. He's a brawler. He's always been known as a brawler. He also has that martial arts background, that Puerto Rican martial arts background. He will use those spin wheel kicks to dominate. And there's an example of that martial arts style. He has that double trapezius claw right in between the clavicles of Jorge Luis Rivera.
Put all the extra pressure down on the trapezius muscle. You're also going to catch the top of the ulnar nerve, runs right through the trapeze. You clack that, you're going to just make the arms dead weight. You're going to make the fingers just go numb, and that's just going to cause a lot of damage to the arms of Rivera.
Rivera now trying to fight out some shots to the midsection. Make that 3 shots. But almost immediately, Savio Vega tosses him down to the canvas.
This is the Middle East Connection, Ace's most dominant tag team in Ace 2013. Watch us on Ace Overdrive.
You'd be proud too if you had had someone like Savio Vega, who's an international legend, representing not only your company but your core.
Again, I don't like the fact how Savio joined. He turned his back on Rivera. He used a baseball bat on him back on September 18, 2010. I never forgot that. And neither is Rivera. He's firing up with some shots to the face. This is not going to be oh, look at that shot right to the middle buckle. Savio Vega taking care of Jorge Luis Rivera. Classic.
That's the smarts of the veteran.
Oh man, Rivera, while he's laying the buckle, Vega just threw out some verbiage towards the Union City faithful, the Ace Nation, if you will. I bet Hank Zipper's not liking that. Now he's choking the life out of him. Come on, Brian, get in there.
He has till 5.
Oh, come on, Morgan! Come on! Referee Brian Young caught Mike Morgan choking Jorge Luis Rivera. He got a warning. Normally that's a disqualification.
He was trying to help him. He had his hands on his shoulder.
Oh, you're so full of crap.
Mike Morgan, of course, is a sanctioned official, being the owner of the company.
But regardless of that, I got to bring it back to last month. Mo Sexton counted to 3, and maybe there's more to the situation on that. I know it was just desserts. What do you know about that situation, Classic?
I blame Jay Lethal. I can't wait for September 10th just to see Jay Lethal come back here so Moff can get even.
Well, right now, Jorge Luis Rivera, nice running close on Yes fans at home. You didn't hear it here. September 10th, Jay Lethal will be going one-on-one with Danny Moff. That's a dream match to say the very least. But in the ring right now is a dream match. Oh, spin wheel kick. There's the martial arts background from Savio Vega. And this is a dream match as well from the Puerto Rican region and here in American Championship Entertainment.
Are you trying to say something about Union City?
There's a huge Hispanic following here in Union City, and they love their Puerto Rican wrestling, and especially these two men. Not what Vega has done, but they love their wrestling. Right now, Vega choking the life out of Jorge Luis Rivera. He's done a lot of choking, a lot of cheating, and that's not what Vega used to be about, but somehow the money of Mike Morgan changed his mind.
Vega's all about winning. That's what he's about. If you have a problem with winning, go root for the Mets or something.
Will you stop? The Mets are fine. Brian Young laying down the law to Savio Vega. Morgan's still on the apron. What is he doing? Sunset flip. He's got a cover. Only 2, says referee Brian Young. I believe it could have been a 3 if he wasn't distracted by Mike Morgan, the Ace owner.
Vega measuring. So big throat thrust.
There's another example of Vega's martial arts knowledge, using that throat thrust right underneath the Adam's apple. Rivera's got to gasp for air.
Rivera doing the smart thing, getting on the outside.
And regardless of that, this is where both men excel. They love to fight. And I said from the onset, it's going to be a Puerto Rican street fight, whether they like it or not.
You can see the scars right across the cranium of Savio Vega. He is no stranger to pain, no stranger to bleeding. We have seen Rivera bleed. We know that these guys will put it all out on the line. Big crossbody.
Running crossbody from Rivera. Only 2. Vega kicked out. Rivera had the leg hooked. It could have been over. Rivera now barking at Brian Young. It was 3.
Slicing with a DDT.
Nicely done by Rivera. There's a cover. Oh, come on, Morgan.
Vega got his foot to the ropes.
Mike Morgan is the wild card on the floor. He will do everything in his power to make sure that belt comes back to the Aces.
There's that veteran instinct though. Vega gets to the ropes.
But Rivera with that Buzz Sawyer-like corkscrew elbow, nicely done. And now he's going up to the top. Could be looking for that big splash. That frog splash off the top.
Oh, with a big leg drop off the second.
Nicely done from Rivera. There's a cover. And again, Mike Morgan, damn it. He loves to cheat. He helped Danny Moff last month, didn't do him too well. He's trying to help Savio Vega this month.
Vega got his foot to the ropes. It wasn't anything illegal.
And right now, Savio on the floor in the ring. Meanwhile, Rivera and Morgan eyeing each other down.
Oh, big.
Oh, and this is what Vega likes to thrive on, the miscommunication. Rivera kept his eye on the prize.
Oh,
and here we go.
Savio Vega just threw Rivera right into those chairs, right into that solid brick wall, and he's burying him under chairs.
Rivera now throwing chairs on. by Savio Vega. The international ambassador of the Aces knows how to brawl. He is a hardcore fighter.
Every Brian Young's gonna let this go.
It is for the Ace Heavyweight title, and you do have the Ace owner ringside, so you gotta have a lot of leeway. Right now, though, Vega, after throwing a pile of steel chairs, all that plunder on the Ace Heavyweight champion, Rivera might be finished here. Right now, Vega tossing the Ace Heavyweight champ in the ring, and he is worse for wear right now.
The fans trying to get behind Rivera.
Savio Vega motioning to his waist. He feels that Ace Heavyweight title is going to look good around the waist. The 15 pounds of gold. Oh, Vega went for a running knee in the corner classic.
Went for that running knee and Rivera missed it.
Oh, this is where
he missed it, and that was going right after the knees.
Now Rivera is like a piranha. He senses, he smells blood in the water. And we know when you see that left knee being worked on, it's being set up for the Figura Quattro, that figure 4 leg lock.
Trying to hyperextend at the knee, tear at the ACL, the meniscus. Tear at the MCL and just set him up.
Dropping elbows onto that left knee. Oh, he's looking for, and Vega with that palm strike threw off Rivera as he was looking for the Figura Quattro.
That's the best way to counter, you know. Savio Vega is no stranger to things like the figure 4 leg lock, knows how to get out of it before it even happens.
Savio Vega going right back to work here. Now he's going to work on the left knee of Jorge Luis Rivera. You know, Rivera had that knee put back together via surgery.
Savio Vega now.
Vega looking for a figure 4. Inside cradle! What? Rivera has retained the Ace Heavyweight title!
After a year, a little more than a year, I've been looked over at all the hard work, everything that I've put into this company. What have I got to show? What? Tell me. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And you know what? Tonight's a little different. Because see, I finally have someone that can hear me.
What?
Really? And you know what? Tonight, we're wrestling a match. Whoever it's against, it doesn't matter. We're going to prove that we are Defiance, and we have arrived in Ace.
Flawless Blake Morris here with the
Morris Creed.
and we're enlightening you one day at a time with Ace Overdrive.
Crossroads! We got what we were working for the whole entire year. What was that, Rob Fury?
The Ace World Tag Team Championship.
But tonight we have Defiance. Do you know who's even at
Defiance.
I have no idea. Chris Caden
And Raymond Risk.
Exactly. We don't care who Ace puts in front of us. You put him in front of us, we're gonna knock him down every time. Tell him, Rob.
Yo, exactly what my partner said. We've been trying for the last year and a half.
No. We've been doing.
We've been doing everything that we had to do for the last year and a half to get those belts. Now we are the Ace World Tag Team Champions, and we're gonna do everything in our power to keep those belts. Defiance, Raymond Risk, Chris Caden, you got it coming to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live with another edition of Overdrive.
The team of Raymond Risk and Chris Caden, they are the Defiance!
I'm John Harder, alongside me, Mike Lewis, the rodent scumbag. I smell cheese. And speaking of cheese, here comes two cheese balls. Chris Caden, Raymond Risk. Here are Defiance.
Why are you such a fan of cheese? Besides the point. Here is Defiance, Raymond Risk, and Chris Caden. And these guys looking to make an impact here on Overdrive.
Well, Raymond...
You know why Overdrive is so popular? It's because Mike Lewis is on commentary.
Oh, get out of town. You're out of control. Well, Raymond Risk, who's a tough individual, has Chris Caden, the Hush Holiday Killer, for a short time, but Caden got his comeuppance in the long run anyway. Wow. They have a tough task ahead as they're facing probably one of the most dominant tag teams in Ace Pro Wrestling history.
Oh, stop it.
Steve Scott, Rob Fury, Too Hot, Too Furious.
Well, you know, that's the problem is everybody thinks you're the best.
And introducing their opponents, at a total combined weight of 445 pounds, they are the team of the arrogant superstar Rob Fury and Too Hot Steve Scott. They are Too Hot, Too Furious!
You know, Too Hot, Too Furious. Let me tell you something about these guys. These guys made their moment at Crossroads 9, but tonight on an Overdrive, they got a big tag team contest against the always hot Ace Tag Team Division of Defiance.
No, Ace always has the best tag team division of all the years I've been here. Our tag team division has always been head and shoulders above the rest.
This might be different. This might be the deepest the tag division's ever been, Mike Lewis.
It is. It's pretty deep. But you know, you get a new team here.
Let me tell you one thing. Defiance has been across the Northeast area, but tonight here in Ace, they're looking to prove their worth, Mike Lewis. Caden, a tag team specialist in his own right. He teamed with Hush Holiday for quite some time as Quiet Riot, but now in Defiance, he's looking to be defiant towards the Ace Nation.
See the referee?
Yeah, I see him.
How much does this guy weigh?
Chris Shady Torres is about maybe a shade under 250.
Just checking. And just like Shady checking Too Hot Too Furious, they've been known to cheat. Over the years, many times.
Too Hot Too Furious getting underway. You know, Too Hot Too Furious used to be notorious rule breakers. You know what they did to Dan Murdoch and his knee, took him out for months. They did what they had to do, the movement.
But now they care what these people think, and I don't understand why. I've never cared what the people think.
Well, you know what? That's why you're not a loved individual. That's why Mike Lewis Enterprise bombed.
I don't know. I check my stock portfolio every morning, and it's looking pretty good.
It's 1 penny per stock.
Defiance, though. That's pretty much you're going up against the grain, right? Defiance. That's what it's all about.
Well, Chris Caden, absolutely, and they're being defiant right now towards the audience here in Wallington. Caden with a side headlock with that shoulder down goes. Has that shoulder brace been checked?
You know, I think it's fine. You know,
oh come on.
Bob Orton had a broken arm for 20 years. You know, I mean, these injuries, they're hard to heal.
Nice headlock takeover. Rob Fury took over Caden. Caden tried not taking the bait, but he bit and got hit with that side headlock takeover.
You know, I spoke to Caden earlier today, and I said, Caden, another partner, you've been through a tag team. Why would you put yourself through this after you were so unhappy the first time? He told me, Mike Lewis, the answer's simple. Raymond Risk can hear. And I said, well, that's all I needed to know.
Come on, get out of town.
What's the problem?
You're out of control. Well, Raymond Risk, let me tell you something about Raymond Risk. He is a tough individual. I saw him take a chop from Thorson Creed, nearly caved in his chest, kept fighting, so he's got the heart. It's a great tag team partner, but Caden's got to worry about Rob Fury's long wingspan when it comes to...
Is that what you call it?
You know, he has thought he is Batman. He thinks he's the Dark Knight.
He needs to wake up. Okay, this is real life. This isn't Gotham City.
Can Caden even get that Greco-Roman knuckle lock here on Overdrive? And he decided against it? I mean,
well, you know, I think as a team, Defiance, they need to come up with a game plan to figure out how to match Rob Fury's height. What's Steve Scott looking at? I'll knock him out right now.
Steve Scott has a long hatred about you. I've heard stories.
I've never liked him from the day I met him. Just like you. It's that you guys are the only two. The day I met you, I disliked.
Well, the feeling is quite mutual. Shady. Well, Raymond Risk and Caden were looking to do some double team work illegally, and Chris Shady Torres nullified that. So now Caden back to a one-on-one setting with Rob Fury.
Spell nullified. You can't do it, can you?
Leave me alone, you jerk.
You couldn't get out of the 6th grade, John. We all know it. There we go. This is smart. Now you got to back him up into your own partner's corner. And now, there we go.
Wrong side of town. Wrong side of town by Chris for Rob Fury. But he chopped him in that shoulder protector, and it definitely hit the damage.
Oh, there's another chop. You know, that brace may cushion the blow a little bit of the chop.
That's why Caden actually persevered, but there's a tag. Here comes the quick tags. Here comes Tag Team Innovation with Too Hot Too Furious. Steve Scott in the ring. Might be the most improved wrestler on the Ace roster.
And at the end of 2013, Steve Scott won the award for worst hair.
Oh,
I won best hair, of course.
You're balding in the back. What are you talking about? Well, Steve Scott's got that side headlock firmly applied here. Caden countered, though. Great counter from Caden. I didn't see that coming. Caden not necessarily known for his technical ability.
Oh, we got a little cross going on here. Jump, jump.
Who's in a bite first? Steve Scott stopping Caden.
Chris. Hey, Chris. Slow down.
Steve Scott taking a breather while Chris Caden exhausting himself, exuding the energy. And he breathing a little heavy. Steve Scott catching from behind. Schoolboy, great strategy. Only two, says Chris Shady Torres. And a side headlock takeover again. Great strategy from Steve Scott, catching Caden off guard. Caden was full speed ahead.
It's great strategy if you like guys who pull the opponent's hair on the side headlock takeover.
Oh, please, that did not happen. That's something Alvin Alvarez would do.
Oh, no. Alvin plays by the rules all the time. All the time, John Harder.
Caden. Oh, Steve Scott held on. He had the fingers clasped as he had that side headlock, Lewis.
And now Caden trying to break it. Oh, there we go. That's what you do.
Knee to the back by Raymond Risk.
Scott tried to kick him on the way into the ropes. That's what happened.
Atomic drop from Steve Scott. Bouncing off.
Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? I wish you would have heard what he said about Risk's mother.
He did not. I did not see anything coming out of the mouth.
He has to attack that man. You know, you say something about my mother, I am all over you. You know, that's what Risk had to do. And now he's paying for it. Good.
Rob Fury trying to break up. Shady covering him out. He doesn't want any illegal tactics. Meanwhile, behind his back, Caden and Risk double teaming illegally Steve Scott.
There's no reason why you should talk about another wrestler's mother.
I didn't hear that. How do you hear that? I know you have Vulcan-like hearing, but I did not see any lips moving from Steve Scott.
Oh! And look at Scott now, hammering away on both guys with knife-edge chops. This is what I'm talking about. This is what Defiance is all about right here. You gotta be aggressive. You've gotta take the extra step if you want to be successful, John Carter.
And also if you want to cheat. Chris Caden showing some intensity. But now he has Steve Scott on the other side of town. Great knowledge of where he was in the ring by Chris Caden. Now Raymond Risk digging in the boots.
Raymond Risk is a very strategic individual, John Harder. I asked him, I said, how did you get this name Raymond Risk? He said,
he was born with it, Lewis.
Well, he said he had won the World Risk Board Game Championship 4 years in a row from 2005, 2010, 2009, excuse me.
That's not true. Joey Numbers went out his cover. Sorry about that. Oh, and Rob Fury with a shot to the lower back. Wow, what a shot right to the area.
That echoed through the building.
A legal tag behind there was no tag. There was no tag there.
I don't know what you're watching. There's a tag. I seen a tag. I don't know. What world do you live in, John Harder? You live in this imaginary world.
There was no tag. There's a cover from Caden.
And I think you're secretly just pushing for Too Hot, Too Furious. Because they're your friends.
They are not my friends. Meanwhile, look at this. A kata hajime from Chris Caden right in the center. That judo choke. Legal in wrestling, illegal in judo. Firmly applied by Chris Caden.
I don't know if there's any way he's going to escape that, brother. As he's got locked in the middle of the ring.
Steve Scott might just be another victim if he can't counter this hold. Somehow, Steve Scott willing his way to his feet as the H Nation claps on.
Scott now fighting out of it. Caden, there you go. There you go. See, you gotta cheat sometimes, you know, John? You live in this imaginary world where nobody cheats. You're crazy. You're crazy.
It might be an imaginary world, but I digress, Mike Lewis, as Caden keeps going to work and he's talking trash.
Look at the muscles. Look at the muscles. Rob Fury wishes he had a tenth of the muscle definition that Chris Caden has.
Get out of town.
I would love to leave Wallington. Really. You asked me to leave town, I would.
Well, I wish you'd leave too.
Contractual obligations.
Steve Scott trying to fire up here.
Uh-oh. Joe, he's making that leap, No. You know what they just showed right there?
What'd they show?
Defiance.
Oh, you stop. Is this going to be your new thing? Defiance on Scott making the tag to his partner. Defiance! Violently ill I am. Meanwhile, Defiance cheating behind the referee's back yet again. Not violence. Defiance! You gotta say it like that, too. Goodness. You sound like a rabbi the way you pronounce that. Only 2 on the pinfall attempt. Shalom. As this matchup continues, Cade and Risk are doing a great job neutralizing Steve Scott, keeping him on their side of the ring. That's what signifies a great tag team in Defiance. There's a Cade front face.
Notice what they're doing. They're cutting the ring off. They're cutting the ring off, keeping their opponent on one side of the corner. This is the key to tag team wrestling.
Right now, Defiance looking for some double team work here. They have to the count of 5. Double clothesline. Steve Scott folded up like an accordion from that double clothesline. There's a cover.
Now look at this. Look at this. Rob Fury illegally getting in the ring.
Rob Fury wants to save this contest. He does not want to lose here in Wallington.
Oh!
Ensugure from Too Hot Steve Scott.
And you know that was out of desperation. Scott's got to make the tag, and there it is.
Look at Chris Caden's got Shady Torres. Oh, Rob Fury, proverbial. No!
This is the first great call Shady Torres has made in a year.
Stop. Chris Caden distracted the referee, and he did not see the tag. Steve Scott still in the wrong side of town.
Well, no.
What a bad
He's
break.
in the right side of town because that's where he belongs, because he's still the legal man. Hey, wait a second. Whoa.
Whoa! There's the tag. Rob Fury comes to the top. Crossbody on both members of Defiance. Rob Fury in a proverbial house of fire, Lewis.
Look at Fury now with 1 clothesline, 2 clothesline, 3. No, that's a back elbow.
Rob Fury just throwing strikes up plenty here in Wallington. Back body drop, standing variation. You don't see that very much. Caden's sidewalk slam from Rob Fury. Very Ron Simmons-like on that delivery.
He may have popped that shoulder out again.
Atomic drop.
I'm looking for a little double team here.
Look at that. Atomic drop into a Steve Scott Northern Lights. Dropping the elbow from the second rope. There's a cover.
I am inclined to say that referee Shady Torres has lost complete control.
Oh, this is becoming the true bedlam. True bedlam here in Wallington on Overdrive.
This is Bruiser bedlam right now.
I like the reference. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah! Defiance!
KO with the elbow. Oh, what a save from Steve Scott. Last possible second. I thought Cade knocked him silly with that forearm strike.
You got a pure sixer here, John. Almost like a pick'em. Clearly, I think we're done with the tags.
Absolutely. I think it's anybody's contest, Lewis. Anybody's contest at this point. Both men looking for an Irish whip. Do-si-do reverse.
Oh, my. Wait, double backslide.
Double cover. That's it.
Who's got? He does.
Big win for Too Hot, Too Furious. What a win. Defiance had it won. They went for the double team collision. Do-si-doed around. They smacked each other. Double backslide pinfall victory. Your winners, Too Hot, Too Furious here on Overdrive.
Good stuff, man. Awesome show, man. It's a blizzard. Whew. Come on, man. I gotta warm up the car. Whew. Come on, brother. Come here. Look. Come here. Oh, son of... January 18th. We're coming for them. We want those belts. Oh.